Hello, I'm Ricardo, and welcome to What a Film Photography. Today let's talk about film cameras. Basically, there are three different formats of film cameras around. You have the large format, you have the medium format, and you have the very popular 35mm ones. The large format cameras are those big, heavy, clunky cameras that usually you have to use it on a tripod. You're limited on the amount of shots that you have. Normally you have 2 shots per cassette, and that's about it. That's what you get with the large camera. But please don't mistake, those cameras are amazing to shoot with. They are super cool. The other format is the medium format, which is very famous and popular, mainly because of the Hasselblads and the Rolleiflexes. The Hasselblad happened to be the camera that was taken to space, but for today we're going to concentrate on the 35mm cameras. 35mm cameras, you have 3 different basic models of it. You have the point and shoot, you have the SLR, and you have the rangefinders. I'm not gonna go through the details of each of those cameras. Instead of that, I'm gonna leave a link below for a video of Overexposed where he explains really well the differences, the pros and cons of each of these models. So for today we're going to talk about the SLR cameras. The SLR cameras is undoubtedly the most popular 35mm format all around. They were mass-produced absolutely everywhere around the world. You can go to Japan, you can go to Soviet Union, you can go to Europe, and many other places. They were manufacturing those cameras. They were mass-produced. Not only the cameras, but the choices of lenses that you have for them. Manufacturers just dump an enormous amount of different lenses for these cameras. The nice thing about is that you can easily find an adapter to connect on your digital camera, especially if you have a mirrorless, and use it nowadays what they call the vintage lenses, which are famous and very well regarded for the character of its images. The consequence of this mass production with the SLRs is that they tend to be budget friendly. You can find these cameras pretty cheap from your thrift shop, from the flea markets, from your local classified website or whatever. You can find cheap cameras like even under 50 euros or $50. You can find working samples of it. But for me, my favorite type of SLR are the pre-electronics one. The reason is very simple. They have no electronics. What I mean by that, up until I believe middle 80s, all that these cameras would take was a battery. And this battery were that to basically control the light metering. And the good thing is that if you have a failed light meter, you can either have a proper light meter, you can use a light meter app on your mobile phone, which is pretty accurate and useful nowadays, or you can practice the Sunny 16 exposure method, which is a pretty cool thing. The problem with the electronics is that when electronics starts fail, they are quite hard to find replacement parts nowadays. So I like to stick around with the mechanical cameras. They are trustworthy, they are trouble-free, and probably extremely durable. If you take a good care of it, you're hardly going to have any problems with those cameras. So if you shoot with the 35mm or the SLR, please leave your comments, share your experience with us. I would love to read them about and, talk a little bit about these cameras with you. And please, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and help us to spread the word of film all around. For the time being, thank you very much, and I see you next time. Bye!